It is I, and I am him. You're now tuned in with the one that want to win. This is Kevo the Voice. We on K Talk, where we get to talk about whatever I want to talk about, whatever I feel is important to me. And first, I want to say hi, haters. I'm back off my high haters. It's been a minute since I chatted with y'all, you know what I mean? I was a little bit busy. I had to relocate from one state to the next. I had to move from one apartment to another crib, so I just been real busy. I ain't really had time to post and hit y'all up like I wanted to. So my apologies. Hope y'all can bear with me. As you can see the background, I didn't find a new location yet. But you know what? They said I've been too uptight. So before we even continue, let's take a pause for the cause. I get back to having my sippy sip. You know what I mean? All right. But yeah, so I've been real busy. I know I dropped a few video of Meg because I rock with Meg hard. Y'all already know that as much as I post her. And since beyond that, talking about the videos I post about Meg, the perfect segue to get to, if you don't know Meg the Stallion, she basically crushed 2019, about to have 2020 in a vice grip. She about to have that joint in like a headlock or a chokehold joint with the joint Sugar. We'll talk about that next video though. But right now, I just want to talk about the current. And let's back up a little. If you don't know who Meg Stallion is, you go hit YouTube up. She done hit Cash Shit, Hot Girl Summer, Big Old Freak, and she got a few more hits. If you ain't heard of Meg Stallion the last year and a half, you ain't been listening to our music, bro. So I don't know what to tell you. But basically, she been having little issues with a record label, and I'm sure you see a lot of artists going through that. They sign their record label and, you don't have much or you ain't getting the buzz that you want, so you decide to sign the record label and you ain't thinking about reading no contract or you don't think the record company going to do you dirty. I'm like, 9 out of 10 times the record company's going to do you dirty because the record company is a business. And at the end of the day, their number one job is to squeeze as much profit out of you as they could possibly squeeze. So don't ever think the record company ain't going to do you dirty because more than likely you're getting done dirty. So it's 2020, we got to do our due diligence and make sure as an artist, you straight, not even an artist, anyone that got to deal with contracts and stuff, let's make sure you got everything that contract that you want. But she basically went on IG and she vented about the situation and my hat goes off to her for real. I think because as mad as she was and as frustrated she is, she's basically now, she just won a legal case just to be able to put out the album Sugar, or the EP, excuse me, it's 9 tracks, fire. She had to go to court to go win permission to go put that out. But she was on the Breakfast Club like 2 days ago, and she said, and there's like, you trying to leave? And she said, no, I'm not trying to leave. I'm trying to renegotiate my contract. And I thought that was big of her, because even in the middle of her dispute, she's not saying that I hate my record company. She's just saying, I understand that I made some mistake and I want to renegotiate it. And where you would see most artists be like, nah, I want out. Like, I want to be completely gone. And, the argument is she hasn't done that much as far as dropping an entire project yet. So we don't know what she's going to do or how good that's going to turn out. But the fact of the matter, she signed a contract when she was 20. She's now 24, probably close to 25. No, she just turned 24, I think February 15th, realizing that she needs a better contract. It's a bad deal. Basically, she only gets 40%, the record company gets 60%, and she has to pay for everything out of her pocket, including studio time, which is like, sheesh, if I'm giving you 60% profit, you're going to take care of everything, and that 40% I'm getting, that's all my bread. I'm not doing anything else. So the record company had no intention of negotiating with her. It's 501 Entertainment. It's backed by... can't remember, baseball player named Crawford and Jay Prince, who y'all know is Houston legend, So she got that fighting on that side, and she's also on Rock Management. So hopefully Jay and Jay Prince could come together and squash that and make sure everything work out. But let me see what I gotta say. So the way I feel about it, and it's not even the way I feel about it, I mean, as an individual, I just believe in being fair. And maybe that's why I'm, we should just treat others how we want to be treated. Now, you being looked at as a new record label, this is your first artist out. She's blown up for a year and a half. Now, if you want new talent, you would think the last thing you would want is bad publicity. So if your artist is saying, I didn't get a fair shake on my deal, and your artist is popping, y'all both can eat, you can eat, and your artist can eat, wouldn't it be in the interest of the company to negotiate their contract so other artists can think, you know what? 501 Entertainment is a place I can go to. That's a place I can go do business at. Like, they treat their artists good. But if your first artist is complaining and have to force you to go to court to release her music, mind you, you're getting 60% of the profit off of that. And you're like, nah, don't release it because for whatever reason, y'all don't, and I don't know the ins and out of it, but to me, business-wise, I just feel like it's not making sense, like it doesn't add up. Like, if you have a chance to win with your new artist, why would you just not, let's work out a new deal? She's not trying to leave. She has not come out and say, I'm trying to leave. She said, I want to renegotiate my contract. There's a lot of stuff in there that I didn't like. Okay, everyone should get a fair shake. And I was watching, what is it called? Can't remember, with Joe Budden and Remy Ma. They was on the Breakfast Club, and I think Joe Budden and Envy was like, that's like, she got like a standard deal the artists are getting. At least in these days, that's how they felt. And what Remy Ma says, sometimes even when you get a bad deal, you know it's a bad deal, but at the time, you need that push, you need the money, or you just need, a brand behind you or something behind you to help you get to the next level with whatever you feel you were missing. But what Remy said made a lot of sense. She said, if you got to sign a bad deal, make sure you sign that bad deal for the small amount of time as possible. If it's a year or 2 years, that's it. So you could fight through it and you could renegotiate when renegotiation time come up. As an artist, as anyone doing business, if you got a contract, don't sign no 5-10 years deal because you don't know. Next year you might feel different. At least you know if it's a 2-year or a 12-month deal, your time's about to be up. You can get out of it whenever you're ready. So don't get trapped behind the dollars. Just get enough that you need to get by. So when you're in that position, because Joe Budden said he signed like 5 or 6 bad deals, and like he knew it. And he's like, at some point he just said he wanted the money. He didn't care what the deal was, and as people doing business, we have to understand when it's a good idea and when it's a bad idea. And if it's a bad idea, but you need that cash right now, then make sure, like Remy said, it's the shortest amount of period possible. And that's just my thought. And that's how I feel about the Meg Thee Stallion stuff, Tina Snow, Sugar, like I said, EP, John Blaze, Ryu can fire. That joint is popping. I'm telling y'all. I got a lot to talk to y'all about though, so definitely stay tuned. If you like what you heard tonight, you like what I'm doing, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's your boy Kevo with the voice, and I'm always here to talk about whatever I want to talk about, and hopefully it's what y'all want to hear about, because I'm gonna give y'all the news straight, raw, and my honest opinion. It is I signing off.